Hey, how's it going, guys? It's me, it's your boy, it's KP,
Say,
and you're watching It's a Working Podcast. Pardon our mess. It's a working podcast. And you can find us on twitch.tv/Kuipal Games. We actually have the live chat here right now, asking us questions throughout the podcast. You can also find us on VODs on youtube.com/user/Val07 and also Spotify podcasts. Just search Square Mile City. Shout outs to the chat. We've got 7 people watching live right now, and we also got Faye. How you doing, Faye?
good. How are
Good.
you guys? How are you, Capes?
How am I? I'm doing
Yeet.
great. It's a great night. It's not so hot today. You know how it's been like really hot. We had like 2 days in LA that were over 100 degrees. Some days that were 90 degrees. But today's like it's like a comfy
Right?
85. Like it's hot. I mean,
I
you're
don't know.
outside,
Yeah.
so that's gotta say something. You're outside, so it's like, hey,
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, I'm doing okay just because of that. I'm in an air conditioned room as well too, so
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
complain.
Okay.
And some really great stuff has been happening personally for me, and in terms of the streaming realms as well too. I made affiliate,
Cool.
so and I'm
Hey,
very
hey.
happy about that as well too. And also started
Hey.
school, so yeah.
Yeet.
Yeah, we gotta have a study session, like when we can like hang out at a boba shop again. But yeah, we gotta have a study session.
Yes. Or
Yes.
Starbucks.
Or
Where
Starbucks.
Shabay,
Mm-hmm.
where
Oh
Shabay
yeah,
works.
we could do it at hers. Control her
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
We're just
Love it
looking at her.
for
I'm
sure.
like, someone had to work. How about you? How you doing?
Good. Um, took care of stuff at home,
Mm-hmm.
and my little brother and I just been going around places, cause we want to decorate um our curtains. So we
Oh
went
okay.
to Target. We went to Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot,
Oh dang, y'all went everywhere.
and Sam Ash. Because
Oh,
like, bro, I haven't been to Sam Ash for quite a while.
dude, I gotta ask
But
because I went to Guitar Center today and there was like a line. Does Samash have a
yeah,
line
yeah.
also to get in?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna go to
No.
Samash like this week because I gotta get new guitar strings. I finally got my guitar back from my
Oh,
friend.
okay, okay.
Um, Serzel asked a question. She says, "That's great. School for what, Kuya?" I'm taking my TEFL, my teaching English as a foreign language, because I want to teach English in Japan by the end of the year. So that's my goal. My goal is to be a Japanese streamer. That is my goal, actually.
Sabotage.
I want to teach English in Japan, and on the evenings when I come home from work, stream in Japan. That is my goal. Man, I got some weird life goals right now, but anyway, that's cool. So did you find any curtains? Did you like
No,
you didn't find
just
any?
cause like, yeah. Well, it's because we're looking for a certain length for our curtains, but let's not talk about that. Cause kind of boring. But but we didn't find anything.
Oh, okay.
If anything, we're just gonna get customized. So
Okay, that'd be cool. Cool, cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. All right. So I guess we'll continue with the questions. Phantom Beast did have the question. He did say if this is a podcast, I have a few questions. That's great. You can put them in the chat. We're gonna have some pre-made questions because a big part of this podcast is Faye preps questions and topics that we talk about, and then we just talk throughout the podcast on our opinions of it and our life experiences of it, and sometimes even encouraging words to each other about it and to you guys as well too, if you're
Yeah.
encouraged by our experiences as well too. But Faye, you've been doing something very interesting in the past few weeks. You've been doing kind of a like a bum rush 20 questions.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So basically, get to know the community
Mm-hmm.
questions. So it's just a bunch of random questions just to get to know each other. So
Okay.
feel free to say like, answers or questions
Yeah.
just to get to know all of us.
Yeah. And we're getting to know you guys as well too. So as we answer the questions, we want you guys to answer them in chat as well too, because we want to get to know you guys as well too. Let's do Phantom Beast's quick question first, and then we're gonna go
Oh my gosh.
to yours. He said if you buy a bed for your bedroom, you have more bedroom, but if you have less bedroom at the same time, what's your thoughts on that? If you buy a bed for your bedroom, you have more bedroom, but you have less bedroom at the same time. What are your
Oh my
thoughts? I
gosh.
sleep. Okay, so this is okay. This is a good question for me because I sleep on a futon. So I either have a couch or a bed. It's basically my choice, whatever I want to sleep on that night. I usually sleep on the couch just because I don't need that much space, and I kind of
Mm.
like. It's a really weird thing for me is I like to snuggle, so I like using like like the little fold in the futon, and I kind of like snuggle in there. So I feel like someone not so it's so weird to say that I feel like someone's snuggling me, but I feel more like compressed, and that helps me sleep better. But how about you? Are you? I'll say it's like, are you in for like bigger bed but lesser room, or smaller bed bigger room?
I think I prefer bigger room, smaller bed. Just guys, I
Hmm.
don't. I I'm a small person.
Okay.
I don't need a lot of room, to be honest.
You
So
don't need a lot.
yeah,
Cool.
I just need my dog next to
You
me.
just need your.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about everyone in the chat who sleeps with their pet, in their room? Just reading some of the stuff. Phantom Beast is says the same and laugh out loud. Um, Vampano is like if you have a futon, then you have less bedroom but more bedroom. Okay. Kingpin 55, you're in the womb when I talked about my futon. Yeah, I kind of feel that way, like very in the womb-ish. Sarazel says I want more room, less bed, and Husky Boy seems like a little bit opposite. He says I want a comfy bed, so that makes
Makes
sense.
sense.
Cool.
Hey, we didn't say that they're not gonna be comfy. They're still gonna be comfy.
Yeah, I mean, to
Yeah.
each their own. Everyone's got their own little bed, bed thing and whatever. Like, if you want, I do have a Discord. If you want to show us your what you call it, your bedroom in terms of like how you designed it and stuff. You want to show off like, oh, look at like all the room that I have but less bed, or it's like look at the comfy bed that I have that I can sleep in. You can show it in Discord, in the community chat if you want. But without further delay or ado, what's the first question, Faye, from your 20 questions? What are we down to? How many
Mm,
questions do we have?
how many questions did we went to last time?
I don't
Was
know.
it
We went
four?
through like 4 or 5, something like that.
Oh, okay. I
Vampanoy,
think
more
we
bed,
have like.
less room.
Mm.
Nugget, Nugget is Sarzel's dog is kind enough to share the queen size bed with me. So it looks like the dog takes up more room. Okay, fine, that's right.
Good thing I have a small dog.
Okay, there you go.
We have 12 more questions. 12 more questions.
How many?
And I think 12.
12. Nice.
Mm. And I think I want to start with pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, what are your pet peeves?
Yes.
So pet peeves is like annoying pet peeves, right? Like things that you're
Mm-hmm.
annoyed by.
Yes.
Okay. For me, wires.
Why?
I hate wires. I hate them so much. I hate wires so much. Like I have this whole big streaming setup, but there are so many wires. It gives me anxiety every single time I have to put a new wire in. Because if I were to take the camera and then show you just how horrible the wire setup is for my computer, like it looks like everything would catch on fire at any moment.
Oh yeah,
It's just
you
so bad.
said
I
this
freaking
last
hate wires. And
time.
also they get caught everywhere. Like my even having headphone wires. Like they get caught. They get caught on like the chairs. So sometimes I pull out or pull out the wire, or like they caught on other stuff. And it's just like this Rube Goldberg machine every single time. Like I pull a wire and then 5 other things fall down.
I heard that.
It gives me anxiety. Husky Boy asks, "What's the question?" The question is, "What are your pet peeves?" Mine's are wires. Sarazel says wires suck. Phantom Beast, fire hazard. Sarazel also says I have too many pet peeves. But what are your pet peeves?
Same.
That's one. I'm trying to think of more. But what's your pet peeve?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't take when someone made like a fart sound. Does that make
Really?
you, like I don't mind real fart sounds.
Wow.
I don't mind real fart sounds. But if someone made like a fart sound from their mouth,
A fake
I
one.
get yeah, a fake one. It's so weird. Like
Okay.
I feel like if someone made that sound, I could feel like the vibration in my own mouth. and I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Is it okay? But is it also like, well, so it's more like kind of a physical, like you feel, do you feel sick,
Yeah.
or do you feel like offended?
I feel weird. Like I would tell people to not do that because it makes me feel weird because I would feel it also. Like I don't know.
Mm.
It would affect me physically. So yeah.
Okay. Let me see on the chat.
Um,
I kind of get it, but like I feel like a lot of people are just like it's like not classy. That's why I kind of asked. I'm like, what is it? It sounds like to you, it's like
I
much
don't.
more.
Yeah, it's natural like for people to fart. I fart all the time to be honest. I mean we all
So,
fart so
so you are
yeah.
not offended by a real fart, but you
No.
are offended by a fake one.
Yeah, why
Okay.
you gotta be fake a little bit? Like why you gotta
Like,
be fake? No need.
okay. Just so he doesn't keep spamming it, Phantom Beast wants me to say his question: how much can a woodchuck chuck of a woodchuck could chuck wood? I think the first, yeah. How much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood is what you asked me to say in the beginning. I'm saying it now. Vampanoy. His is when you're playing a video game and gotta escort an NPC. Walking is to keep them, but not running is too fast. Oh yeah. So basically, like I don't know, like you know what I'm talking about. You know what he's talking about in a video game, where like
Like
you
the
walk
pace?
faster than the
Yeah,
person you're trying to escort, and then they're like, "Why are you walking so fast?" and you lose them. I hate
yeah.
that. You know what gives me anxiety also in um what you call it in video games, like my pet peeve in video games that I hate is like timed events. Like if the event has a timer, or if event has a like yeah, if an event has a timer or like some sort of monitor, like it gives me
Mhm.
anxiety. I remember like I had so much anxiety. There was two times I've had really a lot of anxiety in a video game. um the Legend of Zelda, the not the Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. So there's an event. It's a timed event where you have to like collect these like different like spirit stuffs, but it's like a timed, like you only have like 1 minute to do it, and you have to run around the forest. But you also have to dodge these ghosts because like every time the ghost gets you, it starts over. Like that, those events give me so much anxiety. And then there was another video game, Arkham Asylum, the first one, when you're in Killer Croc's lair, and you're on these like boats, like these boat platforms, and if you make too much noise on the boat platform, he jumps up and he brings you into the water and kills you. And those two levels like gave me so much anxiety when I played those, because I hate timed
That's
events, and I
fun.
hate just like I hate things where it's like you're trying to collect something but you don't want to get caught, like stealth. Stealth
It's
gives me so much
different.
anxiety.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say this. I wonder if you agree with me. When For me, internet connection when Wi-Fi doesn't work, it gives me a lot of anxiety. It's a very first world problem, but I hate it when like the Wi-Fi doesn't work, and then I have to solve. Oh, that gave me so much anxiety. Like just the other day when I lost connection, I was just like, I had to go outside because I got so anxious because all I wanted to do was try to fix it, and I couldn't, and it just gave me so much anxiety. Anyway. Let me read these real quick. How much? So Phantom Beast is asking how much. I don't. I'm gonna say one at a time. That's mine. Vampinoy says 42. My pet peeve from Kingpin. My pet peeve is when people make turns without using a turn signal. Do you feel that way as well too?
Yeah.
I so for me living in California, I don't really feel it as much anymore. I mean, it's annoying, but not a huge pet peeve. Just because like too many Californians already do it.
True.
But I don't
I
know how you
feel
feel.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I feel like I do it sometimes. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I'm sorry, Kingpin.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if I try not to, but I get guilty of it sometimes. Wi-Fi not working is madness inducing. Yes, Serzel. Vampanoy says scraping sound on a chalkboard.
Ooh.
Skeeves me out. I can feel it like a chill down my spine. Husky Boy says, when Paul's stream has issues in it, it bothers me. Yes, it bothers me too. When my stream, when something's like cutting out or like the frame rate goes down, freaking. I mean, I know it gives you anxiety. It gives me heck of anxiety also. I'm with you. It's so hard for me to solve sometimes because like there can be a billion issues for just one little thing happening. But yeah, anyway. Angelino's always merge in front of you without signaling. That's from Sarah Zale. Well, that's true. Do you have any car pet peeves other than the signaling?
No, not really.
I have one.
But
Parking. When there's just enough room to show that there could have been more room, like on the sidewalk.
oh,
That's a
yeah,
pet peeve. We're just like, if you just pulled up a little bit, I could park. But like because you parked like just like that, like there's no
yeah.
space in either side of you. Ah, I hate that so much. Which is one of the reasons why I actually got a small car, because it's like I think I can fit there. So like I can just try to squeeze my car into little spots where people.
You didn't have a small car. You
I
have
have a small
regular
enough car. I don't have like I don't have a little like junky little freaking small car anyway like that. But like I have a small enough car that it can fit in some spaces.
That's true.
Yeah.
I actually miss my Ford. My old Ford is like small. So
Which
it
one?
could fit to like the Ford one.
Which one was
The
the
one that has
Ford one?
pink wheels.
Oh,
Remember
what
that?
car was that?
Yo, that was Ford.
Ford what?
It was a Ford Fiesta.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
that was
always,
small.
I always thought it was like a Civic or something.
Oh, now I'm driving a Civic.
Now you're driving a Civic. That's true.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool. How do you like that car?
I like it. It's smooth for sure. Yeah.
Vampinoy is asking carpet peeve. Do you have a carpet peeve?
Can you be more specific?
I know, I'm not sure what you mean by carpet peeve, Vampinoy. That being said, one of my pet peeves is when there's no carpet. Like I really like carpet.
I like carpet too.
Yeah, I like carpet.
But they get dirty too.
Yeah, it's
So,
hard to clean.
yeah.
Oh, car
Sure.
pet peeve. You put carpet peeve and it's spelled wrong. It says no, a pet peeve for your car. A car pet
Oh,
peeve.
okay.
I will say this. Fight me on this. I don't care. I'm sorry. This is not so much a car pet peeve as it is like any place where a person lives. This is my pet peeve. Okay, this is my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve. Because I had a friend a while back, where he became nose deaf to the smell of his own dog. Like he didn't know. Like my pet. So my friend. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that
name him.
sucks.
I'm not gonna name my
Name
friend.
him.
I don't think he's not in chat. He doesn't even know that this thing exists actually. And I wonder if his wife actually solved it. But the thing is like there was one time I got in his car and I'm like, this car smells like dog though. Like it's strong dog. I was just like, and he just walks in and was like, hey, you ready to go? I'm like, freaking car smell like dog though. I didn't tell him that. But I was like, but he was so nose deaf to the fact that his like that it freaking like I don't know, it just like
Yeah.
stunk. And like I was like, what the freak, dude? It's freaking. Anyway, so that's my personal pet peeve in terms of cars, like when you can't smell that ish. Or you know what? It's not even just dog. It's like there are some car I walk into. I was like, this freaking smells like spoiled stuff. And then the other person doesn't smell it. It's like spoiled. I guess it's like I can freaking smell it. It smells like spoiled food, like whatever. But yeah, stuff like that.
You gotta bring air freshener, you know?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Oh, people who smoke. People who smoke also. Vampinoy says, you know, when you just bring nice to a girl and you're being nice to a girl. They're like, and they have a boyfriend, because you think you're hitting on them, just trying to be a decent human being. Then you're just like, fine then. Sarazale, so Sarazale, did my house smell like dog? Kuya, LOL. Sarazale, you took care of dogs, so that kind of made sense. But at the same time, you did a very good job. You are not the friend I'm talking about. I said he. I was, okay, I'm gonna be honest, Sarazale, I was thinking about you, but that's why I said he, because it's not, you're not the friend I'm talking about. That was a friend who could not smell it. Like, no matter what. He'd be like, what? Really? I don't smell it. I'm like, at least recognize that, like, you know, like it's around. And it's not just like dog; it's other fragrances as well too. But I think what Vampino is trying to say is like when you're trying to just be nice, it's like, hey, how you like? You're just trying to be nice to the opposite sex. Maybe she's a pretty girl, and it's like, hey, how you doing? Do you need any help? And she's like, I have a boyfriend, and I was like, I'm just trying to be nice. Like I don't care. Like
Forget you.
that is an interesting pet
Bye.
peeve. Do you have any others
Yeah.
before we move on?
No.
No. Okay.
No. No.
Well, then I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask. Do you want to ask do you want to ask the chat for the number again?
Question? Oh yes, yes.
What numbers do you have
You pick.
left?
I have 4 through 12. No, through 13. 4 to 13 and 15, 18, 19.
4 to 13. We'll do 4 to 13. We'll do that.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask. I'll ask Sarah Zale. Sarah Zale.
There's
4 to 13. Pick a number between 4 and 13. While we're waiting, Kingpin says, writing Vampanoy's comment, Faye and Sarah Zale, did you get annoyed when someone says you are pretty or beautiful? Oh, that's interesting. That's a good question. What do you feel when someone calls you pretty or beautiful?
Sometimes, oh, I'm gonna be honest. If I guess it's gonna make me sound bipolar or something, but it does feel good when someone does compliment you.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you're around someone who probably don't self have a low self self esteem,
Okay.
and you say that I'm beautiful, I would feel bad for that person. Like, what are you trying to say? Everyone's beautiful. I don't know. It's just me a little
It does sound like it depends on the person.
bit.
All right. Um. Well, and Sarah Zell, you were asked the same question. How do you feel when someone calls you pretty or beautiful? Also, her number is 7. So we're gonna wait for her answer to the question. But at the same time, what is number 7?
Yo, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Kingpin asked 7 before. I didn't get to. I didn't get to scratch it out. I'm so sorry.
Oh
But
no, no,
that
it's okay.
question, yeah.
If it's not 7, well then let's just do the number above 7. So let's do 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you sing at a karaoke? What would be your karaoke song?
This is a good song. Oh no, this is a good question. So the question is, what is your, I guess, go to karaoke
Mhm.
song?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your go-to karaoke song?
It's a hard question.
Let me see. Kingpin says, "Okay, you both are ugly." Like, so he doesn't want us, like, fine. Vampino is, I feel
Thanks.
pretty, oh so pretty. Um,
Aw.
um,
See? You just don't know.
To Vampino he says Robert De Niro, whatever. Anyway, um, oh, De Niro, I think, not De Niro. Isn't De Niro money? Sarah Zell answered the question. She says it does feel nice to receive a compliment, but it makes me feel awkward.
True,
Um,
that too. That too.
okay, Vampino, no, that's not my song. Okay, do you have one? We can start with you first, actually.
I guess There's a Hero by Mariah Carey.
There's a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Sample, just a little bit of
Sample.
it.
There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are.
Dang.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not even lying when I say I got a little bit of chills because when I said I thought you were gonna do like a little bit, but then when you start, I was like, Hey,
That is
this
a little bit. That's a
this
lot.
a side note. This a side note. I do miss, like, when we did like doing praise and worship with you. I miss doing praise and worship
Yeah,
with you
I
because like
understand.
you have a voice you're a voice that I love easily complimenting, like with like the kind of second voice or harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like doing that. I like singing. So like when we do worship and stuff, it's like fun. Kingpins, a lot of hearts. Same here, Kuya. Dang, from Kingpin. Um, and Sergio gave us another number. I'm gonna remember that number for the next question. Mine would be, hold on. I think mine is it's an all for one song.
Also,
Okay, I have
okay.
two. I think one is an all for one song where it's just like It's the one with oh shoot. The thing is I can never remember the title, but I always like singing it.
Sing it.
It's what you call it? You read your Cinderella. Then one day your Prince Charming would come rescue you. You like romantic movies, never would forget. Day that Romeo kissed Juliet, and all the time that you've been waiting, you don't have to wait no more. I can love you like that. I can make you my world, move heaven and earth if you were my girl. There, I like that song. I love that song. So I got chills on me. I was like, I miss doing that karaoke's, man. Freak. Oh man. And also and the other one was, the other one is the very first song that, the very first love song that I memorized from Boys to Men, which is On Bended Knee. The one that goes, darling, I can't explain. What did we lose our way? Girl, it's driving me insane. And I know I just need one more chance to prove my love to you. If you come back to me, I'll guarantee that I'll
It's so
never
high.
let you
Woo.
go. And then if we go back to the days our love was, oh, yeah, that's why I like doing it, because like I used to know all of the like little like trills and stuff from that entire song, and then like that low part where like the guy goes, "Darling, please forgive me all the wrong I done." Mm-mm. Yeah. And with the bridge. Swallow my pride. Say I'm sorry. Stop pointing fingers. The blame is on me. I know. I figured. I
I
love.
feel like there's just so much emotions right
Oh
now.
man, and I love it, man. So you're like them old school Boys to Men, the Boys to Men 2 album. Freak, man. That was my middle school childhood right there, man. That was just my entire thing. I remember I have a story. Vampanoy says, "Let's go, KP. Thank you for the bits, Vampanoy. Awesome voice. Thank you once again also for the bits. I appreciate that." Man, Vampanoy for karaoke. I channel my inner white girl, Kelly Clarkson or Brittany especially.
Ooh.
Give us a song, Vampanoy. Which song? Which song though? Which song? That being said, like so I have a story about that. So like with On Bended Knee, I learned it. So I learned it because like during Bible studies, like we go to Filipino church, and all like Filipino moms and dads would be like in the room. I went upstairs to my friend's place, and he introduced me to the 2 album, and then we're playing all the songs, and I heard On Bended Knee. I'm like, this is the song right here. This is the song. And I had a girl in my head that I was like, I want to learn this song just for her. I mean, and I did. I learned every single word, every single trill,
Woo,
and
lover boy.
everything. And it turns out that girl hated my guts.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'm like, ooh, she was. I'm gonna shout her out right now because she'll never, ever find this podcast, and I know that for a fact. So I'm gonna shout her out right now. Her name was Melanie Navarro. She was like this hot Filipino girl. I would probably equate her to an ABG now, at least like back then. She could be totally different. I think the last time I met her, she was like a dental assistant or something. I was like, whatever. But but yeah, like, oh, Vampanoy F in the chat right there for respect. Thank you so much, Vampanoy. But yeah, like Melanie Navarro, man, one of my first Filipino crushes. Turned out also like she had a really riled up high school career, because like she had like a bunch of boyfriends, all of them breakups, and then I think one boyfriend she literally had to have a restraining order. Like this girl was just like, this girl was a hot mess. Like if you liked her too much, like it was almost like you almost hurting
It's
yourself.
almost gonna be toxic.
Yeah, it was like it was toxic to like, at least then she probably she's a really great person now, but that was just high school, and high school's junk anyway. So like no one knows what they're doing in high school anyway. But she was just like one of them girls at the time.
Bro,
Like
but
she's
if you think
probably
about it,
great now. Like she probably did live kids, whatever. She's probably awesome, and then those are like super distant memories to her now.
bro,
Hopefully,
if you think
whatever.
about it, like childhood, you gotta go back to childhood. Maybe she went through stuff.
I mean,
So
maybe she was going through stuff, and that's the thing. I can't
yeah.
really judge. And again, high school's bunk, man, because everyone's like going through their stuff, man. I was like super, super awkward, super like hopeless romantic, KP that was like had so little self esteem and whatever, and I was like, I was like, like husky, but not in your. Hey, Mafri Cola, just saying, shout out. What's good, Mafri Cola? But like, yeah, like that was my high school, dude. Like, that was so freaking awkward in high school. Like, and like, I'm less awkward now. I'm awkward, but I'm like, I'm self-aware.
Matured.
I'm self-aware of my awkwardness, so it doesn't bother me anymore. I'm not awkward for the sake of like I'm insecure. Now I'm awkward because that's my brand. Like, I'm fine with it.
I roll with it. Yeet.
Kingpin says, KP, you're describing my life right now. It's like, I mean, like everyone's got to go through their stuff, but like, how many y'all, F in the chat if you can kind of relate to the whole awkward high school, or like even like that one girl that y'all like, oh man, a freaking, or boy, that you like that just like, that would have been a hot mess if that actually ever happened. Oh, look at Kingpin with all the F's in the chat. Mad respect. Like, oh man. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go to the next question. But before we continue, do you have that? Did you have like, did you Faye have like your crush like in high school that like you're kind of like, oh, I'm glad that didn't work out.
Crush. Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really like a lot of guys when I was in high school, just because I wasn't I wasn't into it. I wasn't. But yeah, I do remember one time that I did like someone, and I tried. I got that courage to actually like let them know that I like them,
Oh wow, nice.
and that was like Valentine's,
Okay.
and of course it was high school, but I got rejected, and I'm glad that it turned out the way it did, because in my head now, like, what the heck? Why did I like this guy? Looking back at it.
Mm. That's good. That's good. I mean, like, thank God that high school was just only 4 years for most of us. Um,
Now
and
4 years
then
is a lot.
it came to pass because like for me I couldn't deal. Sergio will actually give us another number. We'll do that one, and then we'll probably do one more also from someone else. But she changed the number because 7 was already taken to 4. Do we have 4 available?
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite exercise? Exercise? I don't know.
This is usually my favorite exercise. Just a bunch of curls to my mouth.
No,
No. Um.
you do flexion of your fingers.
So what's your favorite exercise? So okay, I'll say it this way. For me, I my favorites. Well, my routine is very just like kind of I'll say my thing is being able to work out in a gym. I won't say like necessarily my favorite exercise,
I like a workout there
but
in the
like
gym.
I kind of like doing weight training just because
Mm.
there's it like once I pop in the headphones and I can get a lot of stuff done. So I like doing weight training, especially at a gym. And because I have like so like sorted hours, I love going to like the gym at like an hour that no one goes. And luckily, I have a gym that's like that, Planet Fitness. Like you can go basically whenever you want. It's 24 hours. So I'll go at like some weird early morning hour or like super late night hour where like no one's there, and then I'll just go and I'll just chill, and then I'll go into the um I forget what the machine is called, but it's like a bench, but it has like the hooks and stuff. So like I forget what it's called. I think it's like it's not an Allen or no, it's something else. But basically, I like using that, which is basically like a it's like a
Really good.
bench, but also just like it's like a squat rack, and I just like getting all my workouts in from there, and then doing just a couple of the machines that work out specific muscle groups. But I like it when I could just pop in like music and I could just listen the whole time because I can go 45 minutes without thinking, because you just kind of get in the zone. So I guess like weightlifting is great for me because you can do it another way too. Like if you just lighten the load, it becomes a cardio workout. And instead
Yeah.
of just doing like shorter, like like lesser reps, like harder weights, you just do like lesser weight, and then you can get a little bit more cardio if you want cardio. Sarazel says biking has been great for me during quarantine. There's nothing like sweating heavy after the gym though. How about you? What's your workout?
Um, well, before when I go to the gym, it will be punching, kickboxing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, since that was fun.
Have you ever
But
taken like an actual like a professional like either kickboxing or like boxing workout from an actual
pro
like trainer?
yeah, yeah. I go to Walnut before,
Oh,
and they have
nice.
the kickboxing place.
Oh, that's dope.
When yeah, Teresa did it, and that's why how I found out about it. That was fun. But now I don't know. I just do whatever
What do you
is
do during
available.
quarantine right now in terms of your workout?
Well, actually, we have a workout area in our garage, so we have like weightlifting stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and we also have what do you call it? The one that you run with. It's kind of embarrassing
Treadmill.
because I forgot. Yeah, treadmill.
There you go.
Because I don't use it. It's my brother's. But yeah, I mostly focus on my
Mm-hmm.
core, and yeah, I want to say butt, but
You can say butt if you want. Do you work out
but
on your butt?
I do,
There you go.
I do, yeah,
You
because
you work your butt off literally. Nice. I kind of wish I could do more. I'll be honest with you. I kind of wish I did more butt workouts.
it's never too late.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like of the things that I do in terms of just like my body. There's things that are working on, but I mean it's okay. But the one thing that I really would like to change is the fact that I have a really flat butt. For a big guy, my butt is really flat, and it's just like it just
Okay,
bothers him. Everything else about me, I was like I'm alright with. Kingpin says swimming. Swimming is his favorite workout. That's
that's
cool.
cool.
Vampinoy says running, and then he says specifically running my mouth. Whatever. Sarazel says I took a body pump class. What's that? What's body pump? Have you ever taken that?
Sounds interesting.
It does sound interesting. I have no idea what
Yeah.
body pumping is. Husky Boy says I hate insanity. Love weight training. Uh,
Yo, insanity. Yo, that's crazy. No.
and then Kingpin is asking Serza, "Hey, let's do Zumba." Kuya, Squat Brothers. Hey, yeah, I'll do. I like doing the squat rack. I do the other machine just because it's safer, but like it's not a full squat machine. But if I had someone to spot me, yeah, definitely, I'd love to be able to do that stuff. I took weightlifting actually in college, so I still remember all the techniques. Um, Vampino Kegel exercises, Serzel. I tried Zumba before. It was terrible. Oh, I was about to say if anyone's done Zumba. My friend is actually a professional Zumba trainer. He's also a professional dancer, but Zumba pays the bills for him. Um,
I
Husky is
tried
squats.
the city one.
The which one?
Sorry, the city, the Zumba city one.
Oh,
The
okay.
one that you can just buy it off.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's cool.
I've seen like my sisters did Zumba. My mom used to like it as well too. So it's for some people definitely, and it's a really great aerobic and cardio workout.
Mm.
Squats buddy from Husky Boy, Vampinoy gets an element laugh my from Kingpin. Body pump is like aerobic weightlifting. That's interesting.
Mm.
And yes, she
Cool.
agrees. Insanity is hard. Monfrey Cola told me finally the Smith machine. That's exactly what it is. Because the Smith machine has like it's on a track, so like you can hook it like you have hooks. So like if you twist the bar, it has hooks, so it'll catch, so you don't kill yourself on the machine. Oh, who's that
Mm. My
again?
dog.
Yeah, what's your dog's name
Wait, what?
again?
Panda.
Panda.
Come here. You wanna say hi? Come here.
Oh, there's
Hi.
Panda.
Wait a second. My doggy. Oh.
All about the Smith machine from Sarazelle, and then
There you
love the
go.
step aerobics in college.
Hey. Say hi. Here's my
Hey,
doggy.
there's Panda. Panda spotting. I actually took in college I took interpretive dance and I loved it. I really did. I took interpretive dance almost as like a dare to myself. I was like, interpretive dance, that's not a thing. And I took it and I was like, I actually really like this. It was really great. Because it's definitely full body. It's very aerobic, but it's almost like it's also it feels like more like movable Pilates because you're stretching a lot, like in terms of like the way that you move and stuff. Like
Mm.
it feels like you're doing Pilates, but it's like with a lot of movement. And there's a lot of principles in interpretive dance as well too. Where in practice basically it's more in the capabilities of what your body can do and finding those capabilities. So it's really great. So I remember that.
Did, did you guys hear that?
But
Like
was
in
it?
my car, kind of thing. A bunch of like horns. No, you didn't hear anything?
I don't hear horns. Well, I mean I hear it, but barely. So it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. Let's see. Who should I go with? Let's go with. I'm gonna go with Kingpin. Kingpin, can you get our next number? What can you choose in terms of numbers? What can you choose? Oh, he chooses five. Do we have five available?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do five. So what's number five?
Who is your hero?
Hero.
Hero. Yeah.
I figure like living or dead or just hero.
Hero. Any.
Does he have
Other than God.
does the person have to be like a real hero or imaginary or
You know what? We're gonna go. Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter?
It
Okay.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. The question, just to reiterate for the chat, if you guys want to answer as well too, is who is your hero, real or imaginary, living or dead? Um, and I'm gonna say this: you can't say Jesus.
Yeah. I put other than God.
Other than God, because other than God, you
Yeah.
can't say yeah. Um, that's
Oh
interesting.
my god.
There's people that I admire, within my life. Uh, I'll say a couple people that come to mind. Oh yeah, Kingpin says, didn't we have something like that last week? And someone said their mom. Did we do this question?
Did we?
I don't know. We'll see. Because Kingpin
Oh, I
might
think
be
we
right.
did that.
We did it.
Oh, I'm
Ah, okay.
so
We did this question.
sorry.
Okay, let's do another
Uh,
number. Can you
but
give
if
us?
they could
If you
go
still want to answer the
individually just
question,
answer.
who's your hero?
Yeah.
Go answer it in
Please
the
go ahead.
chat. If you haven't, look up last week's podcast. Oh, you just go six. We'll just go one more number up.
Okay. If you could live anywhere, what would it be?
I feel like we answered that question too. Did we?
Really?
I feel
No,
like
I
we
don't think so.
live anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm because I feel like my answer is very obvious because I'm trying to um I'm trying to live there. Japan. Me is Japan because I'm actually trying to
Yeah.
go over there. At least for right now, that is the place that I'd want to live other than living here. Vampinoy says Italian hero. Oh, what are you talking about? I feel like you're trying to hint at what Mario. That's the only Italian hero I can think of. But anyway, oh, like a hero sandwich. Anyway, um, the sandwich. Yeah, see, I know you. I know you. You ain't changed. I'm just kidding. Um,
Oh, can I answer that then?
which
Too?
one? Your hero?
If yeah, if it could be like a hero, it would be Saitama.
Saitama? One
Yeah.
Punch Man? Okay, let's go.
One Punch
I
Man.
will agree with you on that one then. Saitama. Um, Kingpin says I'm looking into living in the Philippines or Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I want to live in Japan. Personally, I just like I want to experience it. Don't know if I'd live there long term, but I am planning to try. Just because like yeah, it's a different um it's a different culture. It's a culture that's is somewhat different than the culture that I've lived in. But it's a more subtle culture, quiet culture. Respect is definitely within the culture and its people. In terms of just like a living cult, like the culture of living within Japan, it's definitely different. It's a lot more quiet. At least on a social level. Maybe personal could be very loud. Um, I also feel like I would get a lot of privacy over there in Japan, more or less, just because it is a different country, but it's a country that I admire. So that's what I'd like. That's where I would like to live.
Cool.
Specifically, I would even say maybe like some like suburban area like Kyoto, not really Tokyo, unless there's like more suburban areas near Tokyo. That'd be interesting. That's me.
That sounds awesome.
Hmm.
Uh,
What's yours?
I feel like I want to live, if not in Philippines or not in here, it would be Korea or Thailand.
Korea or Thailand?
Yeah,
South
because
Korea,
like
right?
I yes, South Korea. Sorry, South Korea.
That's kidding.
Mhm.
Korea,
Yeah,
Thailand.
because like I feel like I've grown to love um Korean culture
Mm.
just because like I used to watch a lot and like I understand it. I feel like I can understand it because I have a resident who speaks Korean all the time,
Mm.
and I actually can understand him. So it would be awesome to learn more about their culture. Just live in it for sure.
Hmm.
Doesn't have to be permanent. And Thailand, I think Thailand country is a very beautiful country. So yeah.
Nice. Anyone else? Excuse me. Oh dang! Anyone else in chat? Van Panoy says Mars. I want to be the first Filipino space nurse.
Dang it, Van Pinoy, I swear. Yo, your answers.
Your answers, your answers are like just your 4D answers
It,
right now.
it's for sure out of this country. For
But he
sure.
does say no for real. That is an interesting. That is an
Yeah.
interesting premise to. It is. It's definitely a jump, and
Mm.
it's not like you'd be able to come
Definitely.
back once you made the decision. But I mean, do you?
Yeah.
If you really
What
want to
if
do it.
you who knows? Who knows? Maybe you can. Maybe you can.
Hmm. And he literally told his boss that I'm staying at my job unless I get an offer to be a space nurse. Paula says, "What up, KP? What's up?" The question we're doing right now, Paulo, is if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Other than where you're living right now. I should probably make that clear. And then anyone else in the chat could also talk about that as well too. Where would you guys live? We know Vampanoy wants to go to Mars. Filipino. Hey, you know what? If Filipinos are really good at finding great opportunities. So, hey, Mars is a great opportunity, man. Come on. That's a great opportunity. But
No
I
one
mean,
can
I
argue with that.
personally would miss like I would actually miss Filipino food if I had to go to Mars. I'd miss a
What if they
lot.
would have Filipino food there?
In Mars, there's no Jollibee at
Yeah,
Mars yet.
they can.
What do you think if they were gonna have if they were gonna have food on Mars, Filipino food on Mars, and I'm just gonna give you two choices. What do you think would be the first thing to be built? A Chowking or a Jollibee?
If they have Isao and Jollibee, then I'd probably eat that. I'll go Jollibee.
Okay. Do you think so? Do
So
you
you know
think
what?
Jollibee would be the first to Mars before Chowking?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fair. Chowking. Oh, Vampanoy says Chowking. It's
Mhm.
easier to make. It's easier to make a chow. Well, here's the thing. There would be a Chowking. There would be a Chowking on Mars only if Seafood City was on Mars first. If there's a Seafood City, there's a Chowking.
Although I feel like Chongqing would be more it would be more popular because it is a Chinese
Oh, it's that
yeah,
the cross branding.
yeah, the cross one, yeah.
Chinese Filipino. Okay.
I
Mafia
prefer
Cola
Jollibee
says
myself.
he thinks Jollibee will be on Mars first. Cool
See?
beans. All right. All right. So we are starting to wrap up this podcast. We have a few more
Yeah.
minutes, which means we turn it directly to Panda, and we
Alright.
and then Panda can ask us. No, I was kidding. Um, so we turn it to you guys, to the chats, and the chat can ask us any question that they want.
Question.
We will be answering it towards the end of this chat. We're getting some answers though from the Chowking Jollibee debacle. Vampanoy says noodles and broth is easy. Proteins are hard to duplicate. I do prefer Jollibee. That's true. It is, unless like we have a bunch of impossible burgers in Jollibee. That would be interesting. Noodles and broth, and well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. One of these days. One of these days, we might.
Anything can
It
happen.
might be
Yeah.
in our lifetime that we'll see a
Yeah.
Jollibee on Mars. We'll never know.
Yeah.
And then people will go to Mars just to the what you call it, just to take just for the gram, and then they come back. That's
Hey, but
cool.
did you know that like I feel what my brother said before
Mm.
that they found another Earth?
Another Earth?
Yeah,
Okay.
thought that was interesting.
I mean, there could impossibly chicken joy. Oh shoot, from Africola. I think
Not like
I think it's a
chicken,
possibility to have another
livable
Earth, like another,
for sure, for sure.
hmm
Yeah.
like a one-to-one Earth. I'm not sure. I think it's possible. It doesn't necessarily
Mm.
mean like the same the same process, like life processes happen on that
Oh yeah,
island,
yeah, yeah.
but that
Yeah,
all
yeah.
happen on that
Just
planet.
in terms of like being livable, like, cause from what my brother said before to me that they found like the whole I don't know how it works like the what do you call it Newton's law like
Oh,
the
okay, okay.
yeah
Um, a,
the
f-
gravity
a force, yeah, force and
yeah
gravity. It's
yeah
possible, I guess, yeah. Papa Paulo, no idea where to live because I want to go because I want to go where the food is, but extended stay is hard for me to imagine. Taiwan seems interesting, but with the
mm.
China takeover, I don't know. Okay, interesting, Paulo. Sorry, um super Ganesh English. English, super English. Okay, I get it, Paulo. I mean, due to yeah, like it's hard to think long term. Even for me, I was like, I want to live in
Mm.
Japan, but I don't know how long I want to stay there.
Okay. So it
Um,
goes with Korea and Thailand for sure.
but it would be interesting. Like me personally, it would be interesting to try it, which I'm doing. I literally doing it. I'm literally making my way to downtown, walking fast. Sorry, I mean making my way to Japan. See, this is my brand being awkward. Sorry.
Wait, Kate,
Yeah.
what store do you wanna like? Have you thought about what store would you wanna go to when you go to Japan? Like once that you're actually stepped in to the country of Japan, what would be the first store that you would go into?
For store.
Other than food. Yeah.
Oh
No?
man, I might look really weird saying this.
What?
Super dry. Isn't
Super dry?
Superdry based in Japan?
What is that exactly?
Oh no, it's not. But I would go to Superdry. No, there's what store would I go to? You know, like the
Eat.
store that I mean, it's not a store, it's a museum. But I went to the Cup of Noodles Museum or the
Oh.
Cup Noodles Museum. So I don't know, maybe that. No, you know what store I would go to? I would go to like a Family Mart or 7-Eleven because I miss them. The Family
They're
Marts and
actually
Seven
they're
Elevens,
actually
they're
cool.
nice stores. They're better than like the 7-Elevens we got over here.
You're right, you're right.
Husky Boy says, haha, Kira saw you on your stream and asked, why is he dressed up like a girl? You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna, I'm gonna wear this in front of Kia. Why are you dressed up like a girl? I'm like, because I'm secured, my man. Paula says, I love Japan, but I think it's too, he thinks he's too loud for Japan. Oh, Super Dry is fake Japan. It's British. Okay, well, whatever. Vampinoid does
Okay,
say
good.
they're so nice. I don't know if in Japan or Brits, but yeah. Um, but yeah. Oh no, but I would go probably yeah, like Family Mart or 7-Eleven. That's the first store because
Or
theirs are so much better.
or
Yeah, the Japanese 7-Eleven, man, it's so good. They're so nice. They got some really great fresh food that you would like it like you go to 7-Eleven and like you got like the hottest food is like the pizza or like the hot dogs that have been there for 5 days. I haven't been to a Hawaii 7-Eleven. Paula says Hawaii 7-Eleven is really good too.
I went to Hawaii. Sounds good.
Going to Hawaii, yeah, but that would still be living in the States, so I don't know if it would be cheating. But Hawaii would sound good to live in. I got a friend lives in Hawaii. Arlene de la Pena. Her family lives over there. Her and her son and husbands. They've been there for several years. She was deployed there. She's in the military, and we actually produced a music video with her. She was the star of the music video, and yeah, shout outs to Arlene De La Pena. Look her up. She's in the if you look up USAA commercial, USAA commercial. If you look up that, the first commercial I believe is hers, and she's like the Filipino military person. Look her up. Look her up. I shout her out right now. She's dope. She's one of the greatest like industry personalities that I ever got to work with. I think you met. Were you at the shoot? No, you weren't at the shoot. The one that we
Let's
did
see.
for NAK, Daniel. I don't think you were.
No,
No, you weren't that one, huh? But she was the
no.
one that was part of that shoot. It was great. It was so much fun, and she like if you ever wanted to meet like not I mean like you can meet like a celebrity like actor or actress, but if you wanted to like meet an actress or meet an actor that was like good at their craft actor, man, like we were floored with her. She did such a good job. And she was like, wow, she's an actress like for reals. Like she was the real deal.
Okay.
And also
Arlene.
the boy that Dylan Cole was like the little boy that played her son, and he was the real deal too. He was like this little like like I think like 7 8 year old, but he was dope, man. He was really good at his craft. Um, Let me see here. You just got a few more minutes, so if you have any other questions, guys, you could shout it out in the chat. Hope you guys are having a good day. But yeah, if you have any other questions for us, what are you planning to do for the rest of the day?
Uh, I think because I wanna buy a table actually for this patio,
Oh, okay,
so I think I'm gonna go offer up an actually fun one from
nice.
Glendale. So I think I'm gonna go there.
Glendale?
Yeah,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
Nice. Have fun with that.
Either that or Huntington.
No way.
And
For real?
yeah, I'm not even kidding. But
That
I don't mind seeing the beach to be
No, that's
honest.
the thing
But
is like, dude, I freaking would go to Huntington's. Like, I'll buy the table and then just stay there until the evening just to chill at
yeah,
Huntington and just drive home.
yeah, that's
Heck yeah, that
awesome.
sounds like fun. I don't want to do that right now then. Ah, dang. I want to do that right now. And I want to just
Oh
like after the
man,
stream, I'm like, peace, guys. And I just like jet to freaking Huntington or something.
that'd be
We go to
awesome.
freaking like, what's the beach we went to last time? Newport. I went to Newport with
Was
my
I there?
friends.
Oh, oh okay.
Oh, is it Newport or was it? I forget. I think it was Newport. Yeah, I
Um,
think it was Newport. It was Newport Beach. Newport was kind of
Bruh,
fun too.
yeah. Beach though. I haven't been because I feel like just this whole COVID. Like
But do you want to go? Let's
I
schedule
do,
something.
but for sure. When I feel like my mom will let me. But
But have you asked her
beach.
yet?
I technically don't really have to ask her,
Have
but
you
she'll
have you
just
have you
know like.
told her that hey, I'm gonna go? Bye. Like, but
Well, I mean, cause I take care of folks of older people, so for sure like she will be worried a little bit, you know.
hmm
Since, yeah,
I mean, I'm
at
quarantined,
work.
so I'm okay. I mean, if you want to go, I've been with a lot of my friends already. I definitely want to go to you guys, like you, Sharissa.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
ask Geraldo if he wants to go. He needs some sun. He's always wearing a freaking
I was
jacket.
yo Gerald's Gerald laughed last night
Oh my gosh,
when I
dude,
went to the
freaking
voicing.
it's
That was
it's
so funny.
Gerald had like the
Yeah.
mightiest laugh. It lasted an hour. It lasted an hour, and all it was we were playing Valorant last night, and he ends up I think it was him or one of our teammates. Basically, he plants the spike, but like like one of the characters named Cipher. So he put like Cipher uses cameras, so he put a camera right there, and right when the camera like comes into view, like like he ducks under the camera and he plants the spike under the camera, and he just found it so hilarious because the camera couldn't see where the spike was planted, so it's like looking, you could see the camera looking everywhere. I'm like, where is he planting, where is he planting? And he's like, I'm gonna just plant it right under you. And for some reason he found that so hilarious, and he just could not stop laughing. But it was great. We had a really great awesome time last night. But
That's
that is
awesome.
actually, unless anyone has question, one more minute to ask questions, but if no one does, we're probably going to be wrapping up the stream. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. Oh, we do have a question. If you had $1 million to start a business,
Mm.
where would you go to start
Ooh.
it, or would you just take it and live in a Southeast Asian country forever? I have to go sleep. This is from Infinite. I have to go sleep. Have a good podcast. Have a good. And we're about to end, Min. But thank you so much for coming in. Have a good night. See ya. Great to have you at the podcast. Let's answer that last question, and we'll just wrap things up. So
Mm,
basically, would you live the rest of your life in a Southeast Asian country, or would you take the money and start a business? And if you did, where would you have like what would your business be?
that's a really good question. I think I would definitely spend it something that is more
Hmm.
meaningful in terms of I want to work with people who has disabilities in terms of let's say they can't use their hand but they still want to learn instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So we will find a way for them to be able to play piano or guitar.
Oh, that sounds
So
dope.
'cause- yeah, because that's actually my field that I'm going for. So I want to do occupational therapy slash music therapy. So I kind of like want to apply what I have in terms of music, and if I can make devices or assistive technology that they could like learn instruments that they can't, whatever they want to learn, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe invest my money on that. Have my own clinic, then do that. So
Cool.
yeah.
Nice. Kingpin says I would take my million, take it to the Philippines, start a business, help create jobs, and help locals.
Mm,
Paulo says
yeah,
a medical technology for disabled
yeah,
musicians sounds dope.
yeah,
For me, I would probably take the million, start a business, very much like I'm doing right now. It would be a business that would focus both on kind of creative aspect. It would be like this. I would just like make fun videos that people are encouraged. Maybe
yeah.
even like video game videos. I definitely would have a team.
Mm-hmm.
I would spread that money around and have a team
For sure.
of creators that just love making creative videos, videos for for games, podcasts, and encouraging videos, videos that would
Yeah,
encourage. Basically, it's like kind of what I'm doing. I just basically create like I would create like an online church or like an online community of people who just like, you know, like love being nerds and love God, which is exactly what I'm doing right now.
yeah.
I would just have
Whatever ways like
yeah.
how we can give back. How can we like give back to others for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
that's really my heart, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I really doubled down in doing the whole streaming thing is like that's my heart. Like I want to just give back, and create community, like create community of like-minded people who just want to encourage one another, um, and I always feel like as a minister that's always what I wanted to do, and I saw the
Mm.
community being the church, but I'm also seeing that the church doesn't have to be four walls of a building. We talked about this last
Yeah.
night. It's just like
It does. Yeah.
yeah.
Really doesn't have to.
So like for me, that's my heart. That's why I'm doing this now. So I just poured the millions in, and I'd pour it into the stuff that we're doing right now. And I'd hire a team, and then we'd work together to make dope content. That's what I do, and then we'll move it to Japan. Because I want to be in Japan.
Yeah.
Vampino says open up a dance studio. It's my
Ooh.
mom's dream. That's great. That is dope.
Oh,
That is
that's cool.
hecka dope. Papa Paula says, get it, KP. Hey, thank you, man. I mean, that's all Creepal Games is, man. It's just like, it's my infiltrated way to make an online church. that's what, that's what I want to do. And this is like, I think about this too. It's just like Creepal Games is just like this is the church I always wanted to make because I never wanted to make a four-walled church necessarily, just because like I just felt like I don't know if it would be the community I'd want to build, but this is becoming the community I love. So
That would be
Paula's
cool.
Paula says it's in our blood to dance, Kingpin. Especially now during the pandemic, people are hurting right now. To Papa
Mm,
Paulo in terms of just like like being able to give back. The
mm.
fourth wall church, yeah, Vampanoid, the fourth wall. This is the fourth wall, breaking the
The
fourth
fourth
wall.
wall.
But we are gonna end it there, guys. We're gonna continue to stay on for as long as we can. I'm gonna be streaming for a couple more hours. Faye will be with us for a little bit after the podcasts to talk, for as long as she
Yeet.
can. But the
Yeet.
official podcast that's going up on VOD, we're going to be ending it here. Thank you so much for joining us online, guys. We'll still be with you right after, but we're ending the podcast right now. My name is KP,
Say.
and you've been watching the It's a Working podcast. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Take care, and God bless.